Hey guys, it's Bub here, and in this video, we're inside of Tiny10 once again. However, this time, we're not installing it to a RAM disk, and we're not doing a review of it. In this video, we're going to see what is the least amount of RAM that Tiny10 will be able to run and boot on. If you don't know, Tiny10 is an extremely lightweight version of Windows. In fact, it only takes up about 3 gigabytes of your hard drive space. So we can see that we're using 3.67 gigabytes of our 30 gigabyte hard disk, so it is extremely limited. In fact, these are all of the pre-installed applications that we get. Literally the bare minimum. And if we even go to personalize, that doesn't work. Display settings doesn't work. It is an extremely toned down version of Windows 10 that is meant to run on very, very lightweight systems. Obviously, this is not official, but it's a really cool concept and a really cool thing, and I would love to see it with Windows 11. In this video, we'll see what is the least amount of RAM that we can get this to successfully run on. As we can see here, there is currently 1 gigabyte. I've gave that to the VM. And Windows 10 minimum, I think, is 2 gigabytes, but I have no clue what this is because I've never tried it. So let's go ahead and shut down Tiny10 and go ahead and let's cut it just straight in half down to 512. I really don't know what to expect. Windows 10 did 176 megabytes, so I'm hoping to get below that. The lowest we've ever gotten on this series was Windows ME, which booted on 8 megabytes. I don't think that we're going to get to 8 megabytes because I don't think that's even enough to show the loading screen. And here we are with 512 megabytes of RAM. We're getting there. We are currently using 505 of the 511 megabytes, but we can see that there is 512. So that's perfect. Because Windows 10 did 176 megabytes, I believe that we're going to be extremely good on this one, and it might even go below that. So I cut it from 512 straight down in half, once again to 256 megabytes. We can see things are taking a little bit longer to boot, and things are taking just a tiny bit longer, but we are loading in on the desktop right now. I thought we would be able to boot. Okay. So I have an idea. I think I know why this is doing this. I think we're going to have to uninstall VMware tools. So I'll give this, let's just say 352 megabytes. And I'm going to uninstall VMware tools when we're in the operating system so we're not kind of slowed down by all those drivers. Yeah, we can see our screen flickering. I'm pretty sure that's the VMware tools trying to change the resolution. But let's get rid of VMware tools so that when we turn on, yeah, it won't be full screen in the full resolution. However, it won't be bogging down our system. Alright, so we're going to click no and not restart because we're just going to just go straight shut down and then change it down to 256 megabytes. So now that VMware Tools is gone, let's slash it down to 256 and hopefully we get some progress on that. And there we go. We are now 256 megabytes, 242 out of 255, which... yeah, that's what we expected, but at least it booted this time. I wouldn't say that it's exactly usable. However, it's... actually, yeah, it is kind of usable. I mean, without graphics drivers, it's horrible. But if we had graphics drivers and it would boot on this, it would be okay. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to see the least. So let's cut this down. Let's go down to 200. I'm hoping that this works. But we are logging in right now. It seems like it is taking much longer. But we do have to remember that we are on an SSD and on a 10700K, so a login should not take this long. But sure enough, it did indeed boot. It is very slow. Let's just see how long it takes to open Task Manager. Yeah, we are using 92% of the memory, 93. Yeah, this is not the best situation here. But once again, let's go down. Let's cut it down. Let's go to what Windows 10 was on. 176. Now, when I did that Windows 10 video, we have to remember that that was a newer version of Windows. I believe when I did that, it was 20H1, I believe. And this is running 1809. I think that's what this is. I can't remember, but it is an older version of Windows 10. But 176 megabytes was on a 32-bit edition of Windows. I think this is 64-bit. I can't confirm it. I don't remember. But I do believe that this is 64-bit. It booted on 200, but it didn't boot on 176. But I'm hoping if we gradually go down, it'll gradually work. And it appears like that theory is correct. It is loading right now. Alright, so it did work. So we should be able to go down to 176 now that it booted. I'm kind of scared to see how long it's going to take to shut down here. That's why I want to force shut it down. But, oh, that actually wasn't that horrible. Alright, down to 176. This is literally an 8 megabyte difference. So let's hope that it works. So once again, we did get that little loading circle of death. So that's not going to work. So our minimum lies between 184 and 176. And of course, that is 180. So let's try 180, and then we'll try 176 again. And here we are. Once again, open up Task Manager just to take a look and see that we do have, it's using 167 megabytes. So we should be able to go to 174, I believe, or 176 rather. There's only one way to find out, and that's to go from 180 to 176, and we are stuck. So now that we know that our minimum is actually 180, let's see what we can go down to before we blue screen. So I'm just gonna, let's just go down to 140. Blue screening on 140. So our true minimum lies between 140 and 180. I'm gonna try 156. Our true minimum in other videos was the blue screen. So yeah, this one doesn't even have an error, it just has a stop code. So we are between 156 and 180. Let's try 164. No luck on 164, but the blue screen did get smaller. It's not as full screen. So we're between 164 and 180, or actually 176. So we have 168 and 172 to try. Let's try 168. 168, we actually get a true stop code. Critical process died. So it looks like our minimum is actually 176 or 172. So this can officially beat Windows 10. We could not beat Windows 10. It might just have to be tied with Windows 10 at 176. Because that is the true minimum where it didn't blue screen. Unless it, of course, blue screens right now. That would be kind of terrible. So the true minimum of Tiny10 is 176, but it won't show the desktop. To show the desktop, we need 180 megabytes of RAM. So we are right around tied with Windows 10, which, I mean, this is the same operating system. It is very lightweight. It doesn't use as much storage. I can't tell if this is good or bad. I mean, obviously, I don't know why anyone would try to run Windows 10 on 176 megabytes of RAM, but to each their own. With that, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like it and subscribe if you're new around here, as I do all kinds of different technology videos, including device restorations. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.